I made it. All right. Whew. Okay. Check out my Twitter later. I started the show in the sportsbook today and made it here just in time. I did it. Unbelievable. Here we are live, high noon in the desert. This is Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero, lifelong comedian, longtime sports fan. It's my own trademark, and I did it backwards. It's longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. It's because I'm winded, ladies and gentlemen. I just sprinted at least 50 yards. That's at least 50 yards, Ryan.
Maybe 50 feet.
Maybe 50 feet. Anyway, wait till you see the video I shot on Twitter after the show. Anyway, Sportsbook is going to be cooking tonight because we got Thursday Night Football. I am still riding the high from yesterday's show, actually. Ron Futrell and Chuck Esposito were awesome. No commercials. We went straight through. We heard great old Vegas stories. Chuck is great at the Red Rock. I got to stop over and see him. And listen, if you missed yesterday's show, it's one of our funniest shows. You can watch it right here on YouTube. That's the great thing. All our shows are here. So you can also listen to it where you listen to podcasts. So if you don't want to look at this mug, wearing glasses, I'm doing glasses today because I have an eye appointment at Costco afterwards, and they recommend you don't wear contacts to make sure they get me the optimal prescription. You know this. You wear glasses.
Yes, I do.
You know all about that. All right, today is November 9th, 2023, and today it's our show number 24. Show 24, baby, 24. Got your Kobe Bryant, right? Number famous 24s. You got Kobe Bryant. You got Willie Mays. You got Ken Griffey Jr., and you also have pirate, giant, legend, Barry. I can't say it. I'm not going to say his name. He's banned from the show. He's not on our ballot. He cheated. Yeah, look at that. Look at that lineup. Jeff Gordon? Yeah. The kid, Ricky Henderson, greatest leadoff hitter of all time. Bill Neofis, I know you're watching. He was the greatest leadoff hitter. Do you ever see Ricky Henderson play?
I've seen Ricky Henderson coach.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
He helps with the A's, so he comes down to the Aviators every once in a while.
He broke the stolen base record. Lou Brock, I think it was 118 in 1 year. He breaks it, the single season record. It was 108 or 118. So he slides into third. He picks up the bag. He's like, Lou Brock, everybody. But today, I am the greatest. So it was an afternoon game in Oakland. He figured he'd get all the lead stories on ESPN and all the sports shows. That night, Nolan Ryan pitched a no-hitter. And it was, yeah, Ricky, that's cute. Stolen bases. But Nolan Ryan threw a no-hitter. So he got pushed to the second story. And Ricky be Ricky. Ricky don't like that. He likes to be first. Also, today on the show, in the studio later, the man who knows the roster of every NFL team. He can tell you the coaches. He can probably tell you the trainers. And he's quite the gifted linguist. Jeff Parles will be here from Sports by the Book, which airs today, Thursday. They air at 3 o'clock today. And it's a 1-hour show.
Yeah, you got the time right.
I got it right. I got the time and the length of the show. He's in the studio, but on the video, we got Richard Pryor on the video. That's a Jackson Browne song. From the very popular athletic website, making his second appearance on the show, Chris Andrews, our sportsbook director, big fan, excited he's back on the show. Josh Yohe will be here. Josh and I are also, we met through a mutual friend. We're in a thing called The Chase, which is where you pick against the spread. There's like 40 of us, and I won it 2 years ago. I won it on the last day. Josh and I were tied. So listen, he writes for The Athletic, successful writer, very famous. He's still bitter that I beat him on the last day. And the reason he lost, took the Ravens over the Steelers. Not a good idea. So yeah, the Kings are playing the Penguins. The Kings are in Pittsburgh. And I think the Kings played last night. Is that right? They were minus 125 on the road here in Vegas. Ryan, do you remember what happened on the game last night?
I don't recall.
You don't want to punch it up? Do we have a little graphic maybe? I bet you have something, maybe show the box score, or maybe I should just tell you the score. Oh, there it is. No? Okay. All right. I believe that the LA Kings beat the Golden Knights. Now listen, folks, Golden Knights are my second favorite hockey team, but I had to go against Ryan. Ryan representing the gold. Look, you're wearing your gold jacket today.
Yeah, I was figuring I was going to bring you a gold jersey.
Right.
It's your 24th episode. It was going to be a gold show.
Now, if you've watched the show and you're one of our 584 subscribers, you know that about a week ago, how about the whole run of the show? All 23 episodes. I've lost 3 bets to Ryan. I lost opening night, the Blackhawks Pens. I had to wear the Blackhawks. I had to wear a Golden Knight sweater. I lost a third bet, too. I can't even remember. I'm trying to repress them. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I finally won a bet. The Kings on the road, and they are awesome on the road. They're now undefeated on the road. 8-0 on the road. So it's good the Penguins are getting them in L.A. They don't play as well there. So we made a bet. Last week I ate a banana with mayo on it, and I made that the bet with young Ryan. I said, Ryan, would you do that? And he was so confident in his beloved
Yeah, we should have done the over-under.
We should have done the over-under because I would have taken the over.
Yeah.
Final score was 4-1. Yep. Over-under was 6.5. The Grand Salami, I think it might have hit. There was only 3 games, right? It went over. It went over. Thank you, Sean, for telling me that. So listen, I gave Ryan options last night once the final. By the way, I texted him and it was like 2-0, starting to get cocky, and I'm like, I'm an idiot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I wrote to Ryan. I go, uh-oh. So I found this article about bananas and mayo, the combination, and someone actually has compiled a list of the 5 kind of grossest sandwiches. Not gross, but they're unique to the South. They're unique to regions in the United States. All right, do we have these? Because Ryan, I gave him the option he could try one of these. Now, I don't know what Ryan's going to do. Now, here are the 5 sandwiches. You have the banana and mayo, right? That would be easy. You don't even have to eat the peel. You could put it on some nice wheat bread. What bread do you like? You look like white bread. Anyway, what's your favorite kind of bread?
I mean, I'll eat white wheat.
White wheat. Sourdough? No.
Sure.
Yeah. Focaccia? Oh, that's good. Peanut butter and cheddar cheese. Would you try peanut butter and cheddar cheese?
Yeah, that one doesn't sound too good.
Here's the thing. I love peanut butter. I love cheddar cheese. But as you've learned on this show, I don't like to mix things. I don't like cake and ice cream. I don't. Don't give it to me. I want one or the other. Cheddar cheese with peanut butter, I'd try it on a dare. Peanut butter and pickle. Now, I'm a huge dill pickle guy. And peanut butter, if it's Jif, I'm doing it. I would try it.
I would try it.
Yeah, right?
I mean, peanut butter's good
right.
for athletes, and then pickles are good.
By the way, I'm going to admit something embarrassing on this show right now. I was in my mid-40s when I learned that pickles come from cucumbers.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Told my cousin Greg that, who's 6 years older than me, and he goes, I didn't know either. I thought pickles
were just completely different.
Grew on a vine. I honestly didn't know. I didn't know they're pickles because they're pickled cucumbers is what a pickle is. Does anybody in the live comments think I'm horribly stupid right now? Did anyone else? Am I teaching somebody on the live comments that cucumbers are pickles?
No, but we do have Bob
Pickle
Dell
is
saying,
Einhorn. What's that, Bob?
We do have Bob Dell saying that while I do this, you should do the banana dance.
The banana dance was Chris Elliott. Man, that was Chris Elliott on Late Night with David Letterman doing his Marlon Brando. Have you heard of Chris Elliott, David Letterman, or Marlon Brando?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Okay, good. All right, good. Brian, see, he's aging before our eyes. He's all grown up. So anyway, the other sandwich, what was the other one? It was a peanut butter and pineapple, right?
Pineapple and mayo.
Pineapple and mayo, excuse me. Peanut butter and mayo, I can't do that. It's too smooth consistencies. You gotta, the texture is no good. The one I'm never trying, pineapple and mayo. I hate pineapple. I'm not a big mayo guy. My dad was a Miracle Whip guy, maybe Miracle Whip.
Wait, you don't like pineapple, period?
I don't like pineapple at all. Not a big pineapple guy.
So definitely not on pizza.
That's what I was going to ask you right now. Do you do it on pizza?
If I'm making my own pizza, sure, I'll put it on there.
Oh, my God. Now, Anne, my spirit animal, when it comes to everything we like Coke Zeros, we like everything. I say no pineapple on pizza. Anne? Yes! Anne and I continue to run a Jerry pineapple.
Thumbs down.
Everyone's
Sean.
down. You're the only one. Yeah.
You guys need to try
Girlfriend likes, I can't do it. No, I'm never going to do it. I'm sorry. That's not Italian. Vinny! They think pineapple belongs on pizza. Vinny would never do that.
Anything
Vinny would
can
never
go
allow
on
that.
pizza.
What's that?
Anything can go on pizza.
No.
Not sauces, but.
Fruit does not belong on pizza. Black olives.
Why not?
I like black olives, though. Olives, that's a fruit, right? I'm Italian. You think I should know this. All right. So, Ryan, I gave you those options last night. What are you going with?
I'm going to do the same thing you did.
You're going to do it?
I'm a man. I'm 23.
I'm a man. I'm 40. All right, here he goes.
Mayo.
Mayo on the banana and peel and all. Oh, he's corn cobbing it. He corn cobbed it. It matches his jacket.
Fantastic.
You got to chew it for at least 5 seconds. And look, he has the little mayo on the side of his mouth, just like me. Same spot. 5.
That's gross.
4, 3, 2. I'll allow you to spit it out now.
No, I'll finish it.
He's going to fit it. All right, there you go, Ryan. He did it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's disgusting.
So we have to find, there's me. Look at Ryan. We're twinsies. We're mayo mouth twinsies.
Oh, you're a champ.
Someone get that hashtag. There it is.
You didn't call me a champ.
You're a champ. He just ate a banana with mayo on it, Jeff. You just missed it. He lost last night.
You want to try it?
Jeff, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? On fast food pizza? Jeff always has the stats. He's got the analytical viewpoint. Domino's? Pizza Hut? Okay. Regular pizza? Wait, you don't consider Domino's pizza regular pizza? No, I'm saying like national chain. Yeah, it's okay. Gives it a different taste. All right. Well, there you go. All right, Ryan, I appreciate it. I'm glad you did that. Way to go. Ryan, we might make a wager tonight. We could make a wager tonight, because Thursday Night Football, there's not a lot of interest for people to tune into this game, right? Your head coach of your beloved Chicago Bears, Matt
is Justin Fields playing?
I thought Badgett was in.
He's doubtful. He's no.
Okay.
He's hurt. He's 51%.
I think Vince Evans is going to come back. Remember Vince Evans? Vince Evans played till he was like 45 years old, and he was a backup for the Bears. When I was a kid, Vince Evans was always a backup. I don't know. We got to make some sort of bet. Think about it during the show.
Maybe a DJ Moore touchdown. Little rivalry or back at his old team.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying yes, and I would say no. I think about that. And we'll have to think of a wager. Could be peanut butter and pickles. We're making this a food show. It's sports, it's entertainment, it's food. We're doing everything here.
In my teeth.
Yeah. Let's go to some fast takes. So we have the cool graphic. Do you want to do the sound effect for the graphic? Go for it. Here it comes. Frank's fast takes. And here comes. All right. I think I just did current affair and okay, that's an old news show. All right, we want to talk about, speaking of football, we got to talk about Kirk Cousins for a second. Kirk Cousins, he's back throwing. You know, we saw Aaron Rodgers throw, right? Everyone's going, this Achilles thing for Aaron Rodgers might not be so bad. Kirk Cousins already thrown and completing passes. And we have video of that, don't we, Ryan?
We should, yeah.
This is for all you Vikings fans. Here he is. Oh, it's in the basement. But he's 1 for 1. I mean, that's his son Cooper. That's a very cute clip, right? Little crossing pattern. Kid pulls it in with one hand, face into the beanbag.
Looked like it was a chest catch.
It was a chest. Let's see. We got a replay diagram. Oh, it was up high.
Catch like a loaf of bread.
He didn't use it with a hand. When you're a kid, you don't have big enough hands. You use the body. I, to this day, still use the body. That's a cute thing. I remember going face first into a beanbag. There was nothing better than that. That was like the most satisfying thing as a child. And you know, do it. Ann still does it. This is why we need a mic on it. We're going to get mics for everybody. Trust me, Ann still does it. She's loud enough. We heard it. Anyway, I don't know. So Kirk Cousins, you know why Kirk Cousins is trying to get in shape and start throwing already, even though you could see his Achilles up on the couch.
Josh Dobbs,
man. He's the story of the year so far. It was a great story last week. Josh Dobbs, who I actually saw fill in for Big Ben at a game. He came in for like one pass. It was a big play. Got us out of the end zone. Josh Dobbs. This is the greatest nickname. NASA tweeted it out, the Pastronaut. Because he is a rocket scientist. He went to the University of Tennessee. Apparently, they have a rocket scientist, rocket scientry program. There he is. Look, and that was him. That's him in an astronaut suit. He's the Pastronaut, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him diagramming stuff like Matt Damon and
I saw something that's saying that he's actually going to go to space next year.
He's going to go to space? That's amazing.
I don't know how true it was, but
I don't know if any team, if he's under contract, they probably wouldn't allow him. Or actually, they might be, go ahead. You're like the emergency guy, but good for him.
He's got some fans.
He's got a lot of fans. What do you mean he's got a lot of fans?
Well, the Vikings fans kind of dedicated.
Okay, there's a fan in Minnesota that did something to show his love for Josh Dobbs. And Josh Dobbs has, is it alopecia? Is that what he has? Or yeah, so he suffers from that. So look what this kid did. Ryan, this is an unbelievable clip. The kid took a razor and decided...
With some Creed.
With Creed playing. Shaved his eyebrows. Now here's the thing. I mean, I don't want any ginger hate, but he's a redhead. Could you see him before? Could you see the eyebrows?
Hey.
They were pretty faint. That's commitment right there. That's Steeler fan right there. That's unbelievable. He shaved his eyebrows. If you were what could you do for your quarterback on the Bears, Taylor Badgett? What would you do that would correlate to him, like the shaving the eyebrows?
I don't know. Should I do it with his dad, like arm wrestle?
There you go. You could arm wrestle. There you go. His dad's like a 28-time champion arm wrestler. Who knew? Unbelievable. Great job, Josh Dobbs. Great job. We wish him success. He's playing this weekend. Now, listen, they're actually underdogs, are they not? We'll talk about this with Jeff. They're home dogs to New Orleans, right?
Yep.
How is that possible? The Saints, by the way, which I was also going to talk to Jeff about, the quietest 5-4 team I've ever heard of in my life.
I don't know how they're doing it.
It's like the Steelers being 5-3. But yeah, so the Saints are favored by 3 in Minnesota, which is a great home environment. Skol, all that. All right, very good. And real quick, before we bring Josh in, NCAA all day today. A lot of basketball going on. There was already a final. It was a game that tipped off at 9. There was no line on it, I don't think. But number 20 Baylor defeated John Brown.
Yep.
And no wonder they won 96-70. It's because John Brown was just one guy. It was an experimental game. That's why they played it early. It was like, all right, we got number 20 ranked team, and you're going to play a dude from the YMCA named John Brown.
Yeah.
And John Brown put up 70. I mean, let's give John a little props. He put up 70 against Baylor. There's another game today that I have to talk about. I was looking at the games to wager. Norfolk State is playing. They're playing a school. Now, this is one for Jeff Parles. I got to know if Jeff Parles knows about this. The Apprentice School Builders is an actual athletic. You never heard of this? Never heard of it. I'm looking at the lines. I go, this has to be a mistake. The Apprentice School Builders, athletic teams of the Newport News Apprentice School, located in Newport News in the U.S. state of Virginia. School's unique that it does not grant degrees and therefore is not a member of either the NAIA or the NCAA, but has regularly competed in multiple sports against other degree-granting institutions. It's unbelievable. And look at their logo. That is badass. Look at that. So they're playing today. The Apprentices. There's no line on this game. Chris, can we get a line on this game at South Point? It's the lovely South Point Casino behind us. There's no line.
Baylor by 45.
Baylor? Well, no, not you mean Norfolk State.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, Baylor already beat John Brown. John Brown's icing down everything. He scored 70 against the top 20 team. But I've never heard of this, the Apprentice School Builders. Maybe our guest Josh Yohe's heard of them. I've never heard of them. Let's ask Joe. Let's ask Josh. Let's get him in here. I got to put my headphones on, and I'm going to do it so smooth today. Look at that, Ann. Look at that. No fumbling. All right, the beard is coming in. I don't know. He looks like someone famous. We got to find out. This gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, he's in Los Angeles, my former home city, where he's covering the LA Kings, who won last night against the Golden Knights, forcing Ryan to eat a banana with mayo. I don't know if Josh saw that or not. But anyway, Josh Yohe's here. Josh, thanks for coming back, buddy.
My pleasure. How's everything going today?
Well, it's good because, listen, I wanted the Kings to win last night here. Now, they're 8-0 on the road, right? So we're getting them at a good time coming home where they're not as good. So Ryan and I made a bet. Ryan was 3-0 against me in bets this year. So I did the Will Levis diet last week on the show. I drank coffee with mayo, and I ate a banana, peel and all, with mayo. It was disgusting. So that was the wager, and guess what? The Kings won for me in Vegas, and Ryan had to do it. And his stomach doesn't look good.
It doesn't feel good.
I can't tell if he's yellow from the reflection of the jacket or his face is yellow from digesting a banana. But he swallowed it. He swallowed it. So kudos to him. Have you ever tried anything eating? What's the grossest thing you've maybe ever lost on a bet? Have you ever eaten anything weird?
I'm like the pickiest eater in the world. Although it always irritates people. I will only eat peas if they are soaked in ketchup. Like I don't think
What?
I don't think they taste that bad, but people really get irritated when I mention that.
I've never heard of that. Do you want to talk about
Peas?
You want to talk about Pittsburgh? That could not be more. And you have to use Heinz.
Well, yeah, my grandma when I was young, she'd like, you have to eat your vegetables. Like, Grandma, I hate peas. And she's like, no, you're not leaving the table until you eat them. So I would just squirt some ketchup on them and just wash them down. And that's how I eat peas. I don't think I've eaten peas in 30 years since then.
Well, once you're an adult, you can make your own call on the vegetables, right? You're not forced to anymore.
But why do you think I keep gaining weight? I know. It's like, yeah, that's like the further away you get from your parents telling you what to eat, it's like, well, that's great, this individual freedom, but there's like Twinkie wrappers in my hotel room now. That's great.
Should I have a salad or 2 Reese's peanut butter cups? I'm going with the peanut butter cups. I've never heard of ketchup on peas. That is, oh, you know what? A plate full of peas and ketchup. That's our bet for tonight.
Oh, no. No, thank you.
And no Hunts. It has to be Heinz. Has to be Heinz. Well, you better think who you want that. Are you following football tonight? I mean, look at this. This is more reasons to watch the Kings and Penn tonight. I mean, because who's going to – I mean, Carolina versus the Bears.
Well, I will say this. Al Michaels will be in rare form just destroying this game for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, he's just going to be – he'll be talking about gambling the whole time.
Yes.
He'll probably say, well, we know if you're still watching, there's only one reason. This is a very crucial field goal about to take place.
Remember how great that was when he used to just have to, before gambling became legal almost everywhere, before he had to just slip in those little puns and inside jokes about gambling. Well, this game is definitely over for most fans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, very important extra point. Like it's 44-3. Oh, that's why.
The over was 48. Yeah, right. I love now that he just openly talks. But they even have like FanDuel in-game, parlays and shit. It's great. So I love it. So you're in Los Angeles. When did you get into LA?
I actually arrived in Orange County on
the
Sunday.
Ducks. Yeah, because you were at the Ducks game, right?
I came from San Jose to Orange County on Sunday. They play the Ducks on Tuesday. So I've been in Southern California for about 5 days now, I guess. Yeah.
Before we get to that, how great was it to see the Sharks get their first one against the Flyers?
It was funny. So I covered the game, and the Penguins beat Anaheim 2-0. I go do my interviews in the locker room. I come back to the media lounge, and they have the Sharks and Flyers on. There's like 10 seconds left in the game. The Flyers lose 2-1. Then they start a brawl at the end of the game. Classic Flyers. They're so embarrassed by what's just happened. They have to start a brawl against the poor helpless Sharks. And honestly, after seeing the Sharks play in person, I actually wrote in my article, I don't think this team's going to win a dozen games all year, and I still don't think they will.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And of course, you know what? You know why the Sharks won. Because I bet against them. That's why I didn't. I had a parlay. We were doing a parlay here with Alex, and I was like, it
was the over.
It was the over. I took the over, of course. I took the over. It was only 6.5. I'm like, oh, come on. They've given up 20 goals in 2 games. Boom. 2-1, low scoring game.
Yeah. I'll probably start betting Sharks as well. My problem with parlays and gambling and like I always like to bet big on the underdogs. I just want that big payoff. I'm not satisfied just to win a few bucks, you know? So I usually don't win, but when I do, I like to think I win big, and I think betting on the Sharks is probably the way to go in that regard because that is a hideous hockey team. Unbelievably bad.
What are the fans like? I mean, they have to be just dying like watching this team play.
They were great though.
Yeah.
Like it was a sellout. It was a sellout Saturday night, and I know Pittsburgh has a lot of fans, so I'm sure that helped. It was a good atmosphere. It was like 6-0 Penguins or whatever, and the Sharks scored a goal. And like they were legitimately excited.
It wasn't sarcastic, like
No. There was no Bronx cheers, nothing like that. They seemed to genuinely enjoy it. They stayed for the entirety of the game. Maybe they knew they were witnessing history because it was the first time since 1965 that a team gave up 10 goals in a row in 2 games. I actually mentioned in my article how impressed I was with Sharks fans. Like, if that had happened in Pittsburgh, that place would be empty in the second period, I promise you, in most cities.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Penguins. So you got to L.A., so you're in L.A. What do you do when you're in Los Angeles? What's a day? Where are you staying? What part of town?
You know what? I'm staying around Manhattan Beach. I like the Manhattan Beach area. I like Orange County a lot, too. I don't mean to put L.A. down, but downtown L.A. has seen better times.
There's nothing there.
I was there for practice yesterday. Penguins practice at Crypto Arena, whatever I still call it Staples Center.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was outside the arena maybe 2:00. I felt like I was on a movie set. There were no people.
The Omega Man.
It was a complete ghost town. The only people who were around were a little frightening, to be honest. So downtown, you know what's funny? Like, I love Southern California. I do. I always enjoy this road trip. The weather's great. I love Manhattan Beach. I love Newport Beach and a little south. I'm a big beach guy. I just like being around the water. But I can tell you the Penguins are staying at I think it's at the Ritz-Carlton, which is right across the street from Staples, and they had their security guard walking the players back.
Oh my God! Walking hockey players back. Yeah.
Thinking like, yeah, I know the Penguins aren't the toughest team in the league, but they can handle themselves with these guys. But oh yeah.
Now, I think your love of the water comes from growing up near the Mon, the Allegheny, and the Ohio, probably, right?
Obviously, I've taken a swim in the Mon as a child on a couple of occasions.
Did you really? Oh my God!
I'm here. Wow, my one of my best friends growing up had a boat, and they'd always, let's go out on the Mon. I'm like, I don't know what's in this water, but it was really scary. But you're 12 years old. What are you going to do? You jump in anyway. Yes, I don't really recommend that, but I suppose there's an element of truth there. We all are used to being around the water. That is for sure.
My buddy John Knight, who's a comedian in Pittsburgh, said when he was a kid, his dad would say, "Well, we're going to the beach." And he would take him down to the river. He'd take him down the river. Go, there's the beach, kids. And they'd go, well, what's that across the river? Europe.
I didn't know you could say Europe from Charleroi. This is great.
He was a McKees Rocks guy. So, yeah, that was a big vacation for John Knight. John, I love you, buddy. So you're in LA. Do you have any celebrity sightings ever when you're on any of your Southern California trips?
I do. I won't use the graphic language that happened, but about 10 years ago, I'm outside the Penguins locker room, and Joe Pesci was standing there because he had met Sid before at one of Mario Lemieux's golf tournaments. Wow. He wanted to see Sid again, and Crystal Tang walks out, and he shakes Joe Pesci's hand. He says, Mr. Pesci, I always wanted to meet you. I just wanted to tell you, Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies. I really hate when you died. And Pesci looks at him real seriously, and then he taps him on the arm. He says, don't worry, kid. It was just an effing movie. then he walks away. I'm like, oh, my God. And the tag didn't know what to say, and I'm trying not to laugh. Like, wow, did I just witness this?
Oh, my God. Yeah, what is he, like a clown? He amuses you with that story?
Very good. Exactly.
Oh, what makes me so funny? That is excellent. Oh, my God. Any Joe Pesci story is amazing. And the fact that you see no Sidney Crosby. I would have never thought Pesci as a hockey guy, right?
apparently he likes the Kings. I guess he goes to some games. So that was, and my other, I should tell, I was at a strip club about 10 years ago, and I swear to God, must have been a lowly night for me. I'm like, yeah, it looks like a nice place. I'll go and have a drink. And there's one person sitting at the bar, and I'm looking. I swear to God, he was the only person in the whole place. He looks familiar. I'm looking, and a dancer walks up to me. She says, "That's Dennis Rodman. He's here every Sunday night." I'm like, oh, God. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
What was he wearing? What was he wearing? I would think Rodman would have stood out. He's like 7'6".
He had a ball cap on, but he ended up buying me a drink, and he said for a sports writer I wasn't that bad of a guy. And then he gave me a big hug, and I could feel his nipple rings pressing against my chest. It was quite a moment.
Oh, we got 2 clips today from Josh.
I would have thought he was wearing the same thing as the strippers.
As the strippers. Look at that. Look at Ryan's feeling better since eating that banana. Coming back with a zinger like that. Oh, my God. That is classic. Pesci and Rodman on the same show. That is outstanding.
Those are my LA stories.
Well, you know, my last celebrity run-in before I came up here to Nevada to become a Nevadian. I like putting an I in there because I am part of Nevada now. Anyway, I was at a Bed Bath & Beyond when they were having that, like, you know, Bed Bath & Beyond, RIP, they went out of business, which, by the way, when you were 20 years ago, you would have thought the last store ever to go out of business would be a Bed Bath & Beyond. They had everything you needed. Like when you move, it's like first store, Bed Bath & Beyond, maybe Target. I don't know if we'll have the time. It's a little old school reference there. So I'm in Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's like they've already marked everything off like 50%, right? And I'm walking around. I'm looking at like pillows or covers or whatever. And Susan Sarandon is in there. Now, I don't know. Susan Sarandon, she's been in some of the, I mean, she's in Bull Durham. She's in great movies. She's an Oscar-winning actress, I think Dead Man Walking. And I'm thinking, all right, she's at the 50% off sale. Okay, she hasn't acted in a while. I don't know. So I'm there, and my mom's in town, and my mom is like, Susan Sarandon. I'm like, Mom, don't bother her. She's obviously going through something. She's in Bed Bath & Beyond on the 50% off sale day. And my mom goes up and she says, you know, I'm a big fan. And she goes, oh, thank you. Thank you. That's, you know, she was very nice. She was with her son. I think she was actually getting some college dorm stuff, maybe. I don't know. So Susan Sarandon then like shifts her head and looks at me like this. And I'm like, what am I supposed to say to Susan Sarandon? And this is what I say. I go like this. I go, would you like a 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon? I brought an extra. I mean, I thought that was nice of me, you know? And she's like, no, I'm good. You know, I was like, because have you ever gone to Bed Bath & Beyond and not had the coupon?
It sucks.
No, that's true.
What's that?
It sucks.
It sucks? You have to have the coupon.
Right.
You have to have and I always take 3 or 4 because they never expire. Maybe this is why they went out of business because they were giving up too much. So I always have 2 or 3 and I go to the, you know, whatever, I'm at the cashier. You know, I'm like a bigwig. It's like, you know, it's like Goodfellas. You know, I'm like, hey, who needs a coupon right here? I got 10% off. This one right here, this is $10 over $20 spent. You know, and I walk out. People love me. But I offered one to an Oscar-winning actress, and she declined it.
It was nice of you. It reminds me of the time I was at the airport in Pittsburgh and saw Pirates owner Bob Nutting flying on Southwest.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, which he's a billionaire, but he's very cheap with the baseball team, and at least he's consistent in his personal life, I guess. So,
what was he like in the seaboard? Please tell me he was like at a seaboarding.
You know, I don't recall. I don't think he was in line yet. I hope so. I'm sure he did not pay for the A through 115.
Yeah, the extra. Yeah, the early bird on Southwest. He didn't do that. You know, I was
like $40.
You know, I was flying to Vegas with my cousin and a buddy of mine. I think it was Frank Murgy and my cousin Greg. We were coming up to watch the AFC Championship game. It was Steelers Patriots. It's the day Johnny Carson passed away. So I remember we got that news, and I was bummed. And then the game was over by halftime. The Steelers got killed. I'm pretty sure it was a playoff game, maybe the AFC Championship. And we made the flight late. We're like, let's go to Vegas and watch the game. And we had like C boarding cards for a Sunday morning flight. We didn't care. We were already drinking at the Burbank airport. And William Peterson was behind us, the star of CSI, who was at the time the #1 show on TV.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, William, why is he in C? Why isn't he on the CBS jet, by the way? And I turned to him and I said, hey, I turned, he was behind us, and I go, hey, I recognize you. You were the bartender in the movie Thief. And he just busted out laughing. Now, Thief is a James Caan movie directed by Michael Mann that I love. And William L. Peterson, a Chicago actor, Michael Mann shot all this stuff in Chicago, was a bartender. He has like one line. He hands the phone to James Caan, and he just busted out laughing, you know. And I'm like, okay, it was like a Costanza moment. I turned and I'm not going to do anymore. So we fly in, and we end up staying, I believe, at Mandalay Bay. And we go into the sports book to watch the game, and William Peterson was there. And I'm like, well, I can't talk. I've already had the perfect line. I can't act like I'm buddies with him. I could talk To Live and Die in L.A. with him, but I won't. To Live and Die in L.A., great William L. Peterson movie. But yeah, he was in Seaboarding Zone. Speaking of To Live and Die in L.A., I am the king of segues. Let's talk about tonight's game. We got the Pens in town, playing well, going against the Kings, right?
Yeah, and the good news for the Penguins is the Kings did play last night, and the Penguins did not, so the Penguins will be rested. The bad news for the Penguins is that Tristan Jarry, their starting goaltender, will not be available. He doesn't have a concussion. That's the good news for people who didn't see it.
Well, he got that, yeah.
He got hit in the – here's what happened. He got in the head, right? And when he got hit in the head, his mask started to come off. And right as his mask was coming off, somebody had inadvertently shot the puck and hit him in the eye. So – he's okay. He's got a black eye, though, that's still swollen, so he can't see well enough to play tonight. He'll probably be back next week. So that means the third-string goalie for the Penguins, Magnus Hellberg, is going to play. And he was good in Anaheim the other night, but I don't know. The Kings are really good. They're playing well, and the Penguins never play well in that building. So I would have a tough time putting cash on the Penguins tonight, even though the Kings played last night. So we shall see, but it's just never a good matchup for the Penguins. The Kings have all those good defensive centers, Kopitar, Danault also, and so it's just kind of a tough matchup for Crosby and Malkin, but we will see. Stranger things have happened, but hard to bet against the Kings the way they're going.
Now, how long has it been Crypto Arena? I guess they've already played their When It's Crypto, right? So maybe the name change would help them.
I know last year it was, yeah. And of course, last year Crosby got ejected in Los Angeles. That's right. Which has only happened. It's only happened a couple of times in his career. The Penguins were getting killed, and it was Super Bowl weekend last year, I believe, and he said something he shouldn't have said, I guess.
Well, he probably said the word Joe Pesci said to the ref, is what he did. He's probably said probably used the F word.
I think that was probably involved, yes.
I think we were talking about, I wasn't with you, Jaromir Jagr. Apparently, I didn't know this, and Jeff, who's going to be on the show after you, tells me, I didn't know that Jaromir Jagr loves Vegas more than like anybody on the planet.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, yes.
See, I can tell by your expression. I didn't know. Ryan, you knew this too, that Jagr was a big Vegas guy. And Jeff's walking in again.
Partier.
Big partier. Jeff told me that the $5,000 chip at what hotel was invented for Jaromir Jagr, Jeff? Was it for the Pai Gow table? The $50,000 chip at the Pai Gow table at what hotel? At Circa? At Circa. They invented that chip because Jagr comes in and gambles so much. According to some of them.
Really quick Jagr story. This is the famous radio host in Pittsburgh, Mark Madden, loves to tell this story.
Okay.
Madden was in Vegas in the late 90s, Memorial Day weekend. Ran into Jagr. They were at the same hotel. He said, "Hey, Yags, how you doing?" So Madden goes back to Vegas Labor Day weekend, runs into Jagr, same hotel. He says, "Yags, we must be in the same travel pattern." Jagr said, "Nah, I've been here all summer." So that's actually, it was like the summer of '98. I think he never left Vegas for like 4 months.
A lot of players like to go back to their native homeland for the summer. Jagr's like 702, baby. I'm going to Vegas.
Oh yeah, no, he is. I mean, yeah, and that whole early '90s Penguins team. I mean, Kevin Stevens told me a story one time. He said, "Hey, I mean, Rick Tocchet got in trouble in a gambling ring. He was only like the 5th or 6th biggest gambler on that whole team." He said, He said Jagr was 18 years old. He's like, "Hey, what's a Bengal?" And they were like, "Just bet on them." And he's like, put his whole paycheck on the Bengals and David Klingler or whatever.
Yeah, David Klingler. Yeah, he was University of Houston. Did he win? Did they win that game?
No, I don't. They were betting whole paychecks on the NFL like every week back then. Like it was. Oh yeah.
My God.
That team liked to parlay. They're just one of us.
And they like to win. Yeah, they took overs like me, and that's why they had to keep playing hockey was to pay for their debt. I was at a party, a New Year's Eve party. It was an after party, and Jagr was there, and he was like 19 at the time, 20, whatever. He was underage, and he literally was the caricature of New Year's Eve at 2 a.m. He had his tie around his head. And he had like a girl on each arm, and he was like singing, and laughing and stuff. And we're all like, don't the Penguins have like a day game on New Year's Day? They're playing like an afternoon game. Yeah. And I slept through it. I don't know. I woke up, I checked the score. He had like 2 goals.
Oh, well, yeah. See, that didn't affect him any. Yeah. And there's so many great stories about him. He would go to concerts in Pittsburgh in the early 90s. He would just, if he saw a woman he liked, he would just walk up to her. And if she was with a guy, she'd say, "Well, this is my boyfriend." He'd say, "Not anymore." And And I think sometimes it would work because it was Yager.
It was Yager.
You know.
He was a god back then. That flowing mullet.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. So Josh, where do you head from here? Where do you go after? I'm not familiar with the trip. I haven't.
Back home, actually.
Okay.
I fly back home tomorrow and home for one game, then right back to Columbus, which is a quicker trip, but not as much fun as Southern California.
Exactly. Well, you make that drive. You drive that, right?
That's a 2.5-hour drive.
I'm telling you, I lived in the North Hills, and the Columbus Funny Bone was one of the clubs I played all the time. And I knew you get to Wheeling, and then you hit like Cambridge, then Zanesville was the Zanesville was where I'd pee, and then I later found out I had a distant relative there, but I just stopped for pee breaks in Zanesville. And then I made it all the way to Columbus to play, which, by the way, was like the greatest club. The Columbus Funny Bone back in the early, it was the hottest comedy club in the country. It's crazy.
Oh, really? I actually like Columbus a lot.
I like Columbus a lot. Yeah, I worked with Bill Engvall there. I worked with Ron White and all these great acts when I was first coming up. And some of the best experiences ever. And they treated you like gold there. It's like, oh, you get your free beers, you get your meals. We weren't used to that. Pittsburgh Funny Bone, they didn't do that. But
I like Columbus. There's always a lot of Pittsburgh fans there. And by the way, in L.A. and Anaheim, there's so many Pittsburghers that come to games. It's great. Thousands of them.
I'm looking at my Facebook page, and I already see people with their pen gear. They're ready to go. They're already heading down. Yeah, that's going to be a big crowd. You're saying you wouldn't throw any money because we got the third string in there, Magnus, right? So what's the line on the Penguins game, by the way? Let's see. Ryan will pull it up.
One moment.
Well, while you're looking that up, Josh, you currently in the Chase, which is the Bill Neofus run football pool that we were both in. You currently, I think, have 70 wins, and I have 66, and the leader has like 74. So you're making a run.
Yeah, boy, I had a terrible September too, and I've been really good the last 3 or 4 weeks. Went 10-4 this past week. Oof. Although one person in the league went 11-3, I might add, which I think might be it. That's the rumor. Yeah,
exactly.
I was told to mention that on the show.
She's picking colors. She's picking colors and team names.
I wish I had done that in September. I'd be in first place right now.
That seems to work. It's working. All right, man. What's the Penguins line here at South Point?
Kings minus 120.
Okay.
Pens are even money.
And what's the over/under?
6.5.
It's always 6.5. Just from now on, it's just rubber stamp. Yeah,
except for like Oilers games, usually are 7.5. But that's about it.
Yeah, I might look at the Grand Salami tonight because we have like 10, 11 games tonight, right? The Grand Salami is. I like the Grand Salami. I just bet.
Looks like it's 71.5.
71.5 on the Grand Salami. What do you think,
11
Josh?
total games.
11 games. That's me.
There's been a lot of goals in the league lately.
I'm doing it.
Might go over. It's more fun to bet over.
It's more fun. It's the only way. Chris Andrews, the sportsbook director here, as he always tells me, Frank, you're allowed to bet unders. I'm like, no, over.
It's too stressful. Empty net goals kill you. Like I'm always watching football games, yelling at refs, "Keep the clock running! What the hell you stop? Don't go like that. What are you doing?" Like it's just too much. It's just easier to.
I agree.
Easier to cheer for points.
And please tell everybody where they can read your columns and follow you and all that stuff.
Yeah, just come to theathletic.com. We cover pretty much every team in existence in all the major North American sports and soccer in Europe. Apparently, our soccer coverage is off the charts. So if that's your thing, come on. Like $3 a month. It's not much.
It's $3.
It's worth it. Yeah, everyone will enjoy it.
Okay, and hold on, Ryan, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to ask what you think about the Steelers-Packers game this weekend.
Oh yeah, Steelers we might as well talk.
Favorites.
Steelers are 3-point favorites at home.
The Steelers, we know they're not really that good, but they find ways to win. But I think Green Bay stinks.
Yeah,
I kind of like the Steelers. I kind of like the Steelers to cover in this game, to be honest with you. I really do. This feels like 24-13 or something to me.
Yeah, with the defensive touchdown in there for the Steelers. That sounds about right. I mean, again, could you imagine that the Steelers could be 6-3 without a 400-yard offensive game? Not outgaining one team yet so far this year, but
with a real showdown looming in Cleveland the next week, that could be interesting. Huh?
That and then Cincy. I mean, that's why they need need this win to go 6-3 because they could very quickly be 6-5. Quickly.
A split in Ohio would be wonderful.
Yeah, a split in Ohio. All right, Josh, listen, I'm always happy when you come on. You were excellent. Your stories, Jerry, our guy who cuts our social media, he's going to cut a clip for the Joe Pesci story. And what was the other celebrity story you had? You had two good ones.
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, Rodman. Rodman's great. And my Susan Sarandon. We're going to have 3 great L.A. stories. And tonight, the Penguins are going to bring home a win. Josh, thank you for being on the show, buddy. Bring home a winner.
We were our name dropping best anytime, my friend.
Exactly. And we might wager on peas and ketchup tonight. I'll send a clip if it happens.
Oh, no.
I like it.
All right, we'll be right back after this with Jeff Parles in studio to talk some football. We'll be right back.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Welcome back to Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero, and that is Ryan McCormick. Ryan lost a bet, his first bet to me, and he had to eat a banana peel with mayo. And if you see his mouth chewing, he's cleansing his palate with some Doritos right now. Is that right?
That I am.
He is. Don't talk with your mouth full. Your grandparents are watching.
Hey,
Don't.
It's clear. It's clear.
Okay, there. It's clear.
It's a heck of a palate cleanse.
It is. I mean, it's nacho. That was a nacho cheese one.
I mean, forget like a lemon sorbet. No, just a nacho cheese Dorito.
Yeah,
These
I was
kids, perfect.
I had a cup of peanut butter that I was going to do.
Yeah.
And then I just decided Doritos were better.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you something that's going to blow your mind. You know I don't like to mix cake and ice cream. Last night, I'm going to tell you, as I was working on today's show, Doritos and peanut butter. Yes. I usually just used to use Cheez-Its. Go for
I'll
it.
do it right now.
It's a wonderful combination. It's very good. All right, while he's doing that, I'm going to introduce our guest. He's here every Thursday to talk football, talk about everything else. Jeff Parles is here from Sports by the Book, which will be live today at 3 o'clock.
It will be. And Chris Felica, the Bear, will be joining us
Yeah,
at 3:05.
that's exciting. Yeah,
and you will be joining us at 3:45.
I'm going to stop by. We're going to. I have an eye appointment, which is very exciting, and we'll talk about over under if my vision's gotten better or worse. What are the odds of my vision having gotten better?
Zero.
I got these a couple weeks ago. You have to let your eye rest before you go see. You're not supposed to wear contacts. I usually wear the contacts. I'm going with the glasses. But yeah, I think the prescription is not strong enough. It's very sad. It's going to have to be stronger. I'm going to need it magnified. See, look how Josh is so intently listening in still. Oh, that's a freeze frame. You know how we love to pop in the freeze frames. There's Josh wondering if my vision is better or not. All right.
Hotel room looks great behind him.
Yeah, he's in L.A., somewhere down by Manhattan Beach.
Yeah. Right,
for the Penguins game. Yeah, it looks like a nice room. We talked about football. We have to talk about tonight's game.
Sure.
I mean, I think it's a good reason to watch the Kings and Penguins game. Oh, wait. Ryan's making a face. Peanut butter and Doritos you didn't like?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I do. I love it.
I was going to say, that sounded like well, first off, full disclosure, I hate peanut butter.
Oh, my God.
So that's number one.
You don't like peanut butter?
I don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's not that you're allergic. You just
I'm
don't
just
like
not
it.
a fan.
Really?
Just not a fan.
What did you eat as a kid? What were like the sandwiches you'd eat?
Jelly.
It'd just be a deli sandwich.
A deli sandwich. Wow, yeah. It's in New York. Yeah, deli.
It'd just be get some ham, get some
Some
turkey.
gabagool.
Yeah.
Does anyone else not like peanut butter on this show? Because that's weird. Yeah, Ann likes me and Ann like. What's your brand? Do you have a brand?
Jif.
It's Jif. That's it. That's all you do. Remember when they didn't have it on the shelves for like a year because it was a problem? It was going on eBay for like $30 a jar. Jeff, you look happy, or is that a weird smile you have? That's the weirdest smile I've ever seen you have.
I don't know. It was kind of scary.
He was holding up it was very crazy.
It was very
wasn't it?
scary.
He looked like that killer from the movie Thanksgiving coming out this week. That's creeping me out. It's Jeff. Yeah, okay. You had little Jeff.
That's what they have downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone keeps alluding to this downstairs. No one's hipped me. No one's taken me downstairs yet. Where that's the employee dining room?
No one wants to take you downstairs.
I'm officially not an employee. I don't even know if I'm getting paid. I really should. Vinny! Vinny! Talk to somebody. I haven't gotten paid yet. No. So anyway, tonight's game, I would rather, maybe I'll watch the hockey game, but is it going to be hard to watch Carolina-Chicago tonight?
Oh, it depends how much you love football, Frank.
I do love football.
Look, I know that Al Michaels is going to hate watching 3 hours of it. I know that. This is one of those tonight where I don't have a bet on this game. I think everything is right. I think the total is right.
What do we have?
38 right now.
Okay.
If you got it if you got 41.5 under, good job. Don't bother. Don't bother even betting. Don't force a 3-point middle. The Bears should be a field goal or 3.5 at home, which is what it is, 3.5. If you made me bet this game, I would take the 3.5 with Carolina. I would not be surprised if this lands Chicago 20. Well, hold on a second. I need to make sure my math's right here. We've got to get a safety mixed in.
Like 21-18?
22-19.
22-19.
Something like that. That would, by the way, that would be over 38 at 22-19.
That would be 41, yeah. Uh-oh.
But, it's just one of those where I know Bajan turned the ball over a ton, and the Bears had a lot of opportunities to steal that game in the Superdome and just were like, nah, we're okay. We're not going to bother. But, in comparison to some of the other rookies that have played, Bajan has looked composed.
Yeah.
Now, still has the rookie mistakes. He's an undrafted free agent
Shepherd
who was
College.
playing at Shepherd College a year ago.
Which graduation rate? 40%, I believe we saw. Like we looked it up.
I'll reserve
it's not real
judgment
high.
on that.
I played that school. I did shows there. That's what's crazy.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I really did.
That can't be too far from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was like a 3. I did it with Rob Schneider, actually, who was on. He was his first year of SNL, but he was booked into this college run. I can tell you it was the Cubs and Giants were playing each other in the baseball playoffs. So 92. The Giants went to the World Series. 89. It was 89. It was the
89.
It might have been the Worldquake series. Yeah. Was I only doing comedy for a year? That's possible. But he had me running out to the car radio, the old AM, and listening to scores and running them up to on stage. But it was Shepherd College. But yeah, he had three. I think he had 3 picks in the fourth quarter.
Look, New Orleans did not run a play outside of Chicago territory the whole second half, and somehow only won the game by a touchdown.
That's unbelievable. Sneaky 5-4. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to believe they're.
You know what? You want to go there? You want to go to that game with New Orleans and Minnesota, where Josh Dobbs is now my starting fantasy quarterback?
Are you serious?
League where I'm not terrible. Well, yeah, I have Stafford and Jordan Love as my 2. It's a 12-team league.
You're not taking Love against the Steelers?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I'm not. We're not doing that. and Stafford's on bye, plus he's hurt.
Right.
And Dobbs, look, what he did last week is nearly impossible.
Didn't even know their names.
I know Baker last year did it to the Raiders, but that was Josh McDaniels more than that. There's a category where Josh McDaniels and Jeff Saturday are on their own. That those guys are the only 2 coaches, basically. Maybe you can throw in a Rich Kotite or an Adam Gase
the Jets,
in there, possibly
Adam
being able to
Gase.
do what those 2 gentlemen are possible of doing.
Wayne Fonts?
Wayne Fonts made the playoffs.
Okay, he did.
Well, Gase also made the playoffs in Miami.
Yeah,
and Kotite made the playoffs in Philadelphia. But regardless
Philly,
it's just one of those where New Orleans' defense, in theory, is supposed to be good.
Yeah, that's what
they do
everyone
turn
talks
you
about.
over. They're leading the league in interceptions caught this year. But if this thing, and it's 3 behind us, I think at 3 you can get away with taking Minnesota. Justin Jefferson's still not ready yet, so you're still down on.
But Jordan Addison's played really well.
Jordan Addison's been good. Brandon Powell's actually been pretty good out of the slot since Jefferson's been out.
And Addison's a Pitt receiver. Stop saying, the USC graduate. He was at Pitt. He was Pitt for like 2 or 3 years. Then he went to USC for like a cup of coffee because he took the nil money and ran. Got $1 million, so you can't fault him.
Well, you can't really merge USC and Pitt into one word without potentially getting yourself in trouble. So we're gonna.
Well, Greg Vaughn dropped the F-bomb on our show, so you can say
it's okay. Well, no, Chris wouldn't be too happy with me. But I'll say this. Everyone was saying last week was like the hardest week of the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
This week I went through it 3 separate times, and I've landed on a grand total of 1 bet this week.
Really?
That's it. I don't like anything this
Wow.
week. It is a very difficult. And look, Let's see what I say on Sunday morning on Sports by the Book. By then, maybe I've convinced myself.
Could be some changes.
Things.
Yeah, right.
But as of this moment, as we go into it on Thursday, there's only one thing that I like this week.
And that is?
And that is the under in the Jets and the Raiders game on Sunday night, because there is absolutely no way that either of those teams is scoring 20 points unless of what happened on Monday, where the Jets are creating points for the Chargers.
And
the Jets created, well, one of them was a punt return. That's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
And 14 of the other 20 points were off of Jet turnovers on short fields, and one of them was a yard and a half field. I don't know how Aiden O'Connell moves the ball against the Jets defense. I just don't see it happening. And on the Jets side, I mean, look, Zach Wilson is what he is. We know he stinks. We know he's a bad quarterback. I do think that if he's bad early in this game, and there's no reason to think he won't be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see.
Is it Simeon or whatever?
It could be Simeon or Tim Boyle.
Wow. Richard Todd might come out. Ken O'Brien.
Brooks Bollinger, Chad Pennington. If they had a healthy Pennington,
I know. I love Pennington.
This team would probably win the AFC East with a peak Pennington with the way that the division is played out.
Was great.
But I 36.5 I think is good. There's some 37 now in the market as well in some faraway places. So maybe we touch 37 again. But this has 17-14 at the high end.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Written all over it. That's the only thing. And of course, I'm gonna be there on Sunday night.
I was just.
I will be there.
I will down the street.
I will be there, and it's gonna be great. I'm going with my wife, who's a Chiefs fan.
Okay.
But has been very sympathetic to the whole Jets thing.
She's not wearing Chiefs gear to the game.
No. She has a jersey.
Okay.
For the Jets. So she'll wear that. And it's just one of those where I'm gonna be that one guy who's rooting for absolutely nothing to happen, and I'll be like, incomplete pass. All right, there we go.
Punt. More punting.
More
punting.
Yeah,
more punting.
I'm okay if we get what we got 2 weeks ago, where the Jets and the Giants had the most punts in an NFL game since 2004.
Is that right? I didn't even know. God, that game was.
There were more punts than points. There were more, and there was only 23 points in that game. So there were more punts than points.
Wow.
There were more points than third down conversions in that game, which honestly, but 23, that's a pretty big number. But neither team converted a third down until the fourth quarter in that Jet Giant.
Brutal game. And what were the ratings in New York on that game?
Everyone watched.
Exactly. By the way, Josh Dobbs, one other thing I read about Josh Dobbs, first quarterback in history to have 3 touchdowns for 2 different teams 2 weeks in a row. He had 3 for the
pretty good.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty good.
That's another
it
crazy
just
stuff.
also shows how hard it is to do what he did last week.
Yeah.
Did you see the video on Twitter of him basically after Hall had suffered the concussion on that pretty wild hit, where he's legitimately taking snaps under center.
Okay.
And all 5 offensive linemen are there just to listen to his cadence, to learn his cadence.
All right, we got to hear this.
All right, how
unbelievable.
Incredible what Dobbs did last.
That was incredible. We're gonna play the game. You got the clips ready for that? I have a little thing because Jeff, you're an evaluator of talent.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes, you are. No, this is fun. This is fun. Now, this is a clip we saw. Go ahead, Ryan. I'll have Ann queue it up. Stop. Pause it. Pause. Can we pause? Pause. Okay, good. This is kids versus parents. This is like a tradition in Pee Wee football.
Oh, I think I've seen a few of these.
Okay,
clips.
all right. So we're gonna pick which one. Who do you think's gonna win the battle? So that first one, can we rewind it or are we going from there?
I saw enough of it.
Okay, you saw enough of it. Parent or kid?
All right. So who has the ball here?
The kid has the ball.
Okay, the parent's gonna win.
The parent's gonna win. All right. So let's go. Here we go. We have a couple of these. I think we have a half dozen. So here we go. He's going with the parent. Now it's his kid. He's not going to do anything probably about it. Okay, he drills. And he fumbles.
Yeah.
Fumble lost. All right, next one. Here comes the next one. And the parents celebrate. All right, here, what do you got on this?
I got the parent again.
Parent again. All right, parent again. Here we go. Okay, he goes
like
low.
A brother to me.
He goes low on his own kid. All right, now they're both wearing Jags stuff here.
Parent again.
Parent
yeah,
again.
He's definitely wearing that's his kid's gear.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid did it.
Kid
the
all
kid,
over
look at that.
There we go.
Fournette. He
that kid's got
Fournetted
a
him.
future.
Way to go.
And the kid gets him out. All right, here we go.
Massive
this one,
swag.
guy in shorts.
I'm picking a parent again.
Parent
I'm just
again.
going to pick the parent on all 6.
All right, here we go.
And if I'm wrong, so be it. No chance. Nice form on
here
the
we
tackle
go.
there.
You're going parent again.
You know what? Actually,
Pewter
kid's got
power.
a shot here. Kid's got a shot here.
Pewter power.
Kid's got a shot.
Oh, he gets.
He almost got away.
Brings him down.
He almost got away.
Now here we go.
Parent for sure. Here.
He's taking this serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now, okay.
That's a future
This guy's
lineman.
moving slow.
Parent.
Parent.
Parent. Unless if he gets juked.
He got.
Of course
no,
he tacked him. That wasn't nice.
All right, this is a Deontay Johnson jersey.
Grandpa.
It's a grandfather.
I'll take the parent again.
Okay. He kind of even turned. Oh, the kid got by him.
Oh, the kid just ran right by
put
him.
Grandpa down. All right, Mom. Now, Mom. Clip.
Oh, I think that she's winning here.
Okay, let's go, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, she takes. No, she got him. She got him.
Almost.
And I think this is the last one.
I'll take the parent again.
Okay,
This is heading towards a big collision based off that.
Oh, wait, he gets it, but she will not be done. She takes.
He almost threw her.
That was great.
Oh, there's one more.
Oh,
Jesus. Stands over and trash talks.
that's a 15-yard penalty.
That's a lot of
15
future
yard
linemen.
That's a 15-yard penalty. Taunting.
Oh my God! I could watch. There's several series of those. I mean, look, no one was hurt in the making of these films, by the way, right, Ryan? We got that disclaimer.
Yeah.
I like the confidence. It's good confidence there.
So Ryan and I might make a bet. We're talking Bears
For tonight, I got your bet.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
I got your bet.
Well, we were going to do peas and but the event
no,
you have or the
no,
payoff?
No, forget the payout here.
Okay, the
First
payout.
off, I don't care. Whatever. I like Ryan's idea of Ryan taking the yes on a DJ Moore touchdown and you taking the no, which, by the way, would make you which would make you a slight favorite today.
Because I'm taking the non-touchdown.
Because you're taking the no touchdown.
Yeah,
It
right.
would make you a favorite. It would make maybe not even a slight favorite. It would make you a favorite.
Okay.
So the Bears do not have an actual bear mascot, correct?
They do.
They do actually have
Staley the bear. Yeah.
Okay, they have Stanley the bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stanley.
There's the famous Robbie Anderson video of him trying to figure out what Sir Purr is, which is the Panther mascot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Sir Purr.
this is what I think we should do.
Okay.
We might have to get some makeup here. On these guys.
Oh God.
But you would have to dress as either the bear or Sir Purr on a show if your side loses, and same thing with Ryan.
We're going to talk about this.
So
even
you'd
if
be
it's
the bear,
just
I'd be
even if
the
it's
Sir Purr?
just get the head, you know what? We don't even have to make it that hard.
Actually-
Let's just get our hands on a mascot head of some sort,
Well, we
and
can
whoever
get the
loses
agent.
has to wear the mascot head the whole show.
With Billy Gardell tomorrow? I got Gardell on
Well,
tomorrow.
not tomorrow. Not
Well, I
tomorrow.
can wear it for the first half of the show.
Or
Open the show with it.
Or honestly, whenever we get our hands on a mascot.
You know what?
head.
Maybe this seems like a Monday payout.
Yeah.
I still want to go with the peas and ketchup. I'm down with this.
No, that's not.
If
That's
you
really.
want to eat peas and ketchup,
That's
you are more
honestly
than
not
welcome
that
to.
horrible of a
But
punishment.
look at his face.
I don't think that's that bad of a
Peas
punishment.
a man who
in
thought-
ketchup.
No, that's first off, peas are terrible in anything, so
Right.
it's not going to make much of a difference.
Yeah.
With ketchup, I don't
Like
think
eating
that's
cereal,
you
but
need
with ketchup as the milk.
you need to get a better punishment with that if he loses.
Yeah, because I'm from Pittsburgh.
I don't think that's that bad, Ryan.
Yeah.
I think you can do worse to Frank if he
I'll
loses.
tell you what.
tonight.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Put some
You know
mustard
what I'm
in
going
it
to do
too?
tomorrow? You know, this is called a teaser in the
Some
business.
spicy mustard.
I'm going to eat some peas and ketchup on the show tomorrow morning.
Regardless,
Regardless, why
you know
not?
what? I'm in on this.
No.
I'm in on this.
Gross.
And
I don't think it's that bad.
Wonder Woman says
it's
no.
not good.
well, you know what? Jeff's getting in my head because at first I was horrified by it. Now I'm like I could do this.
It's not
Smells
that
kinda
bad.
good.
It's
Can I drain the peas? Because I need they need to be a little dry.
I mean, you have to make it a little bit gross. You have to have the water from the can of peas there.
Mr. Ryan, I'm game for this. We're gonna figure this out off the air. We got to wrap up the show. Listen, I'll tweet what's gonna happen tonight. But if you DJ Moore touchdown is the bet. You're saying DJ will
Sure.
score. You have him in your fantasy league. You need him tonight.
I do.
Are you trailing?
Well,
It's
it's
the beginning of the week.
Oh yeah, today's Thursday. I thought it was Monday. Wait, tomorrow's the last day of the week. Yay. All right. By the way, I can't get time. Time doesn't exist in Las Vegas. Walk around a casino. There's no clocks. There's no clocks. You don't know the time. This is something a cameraman friend of mine, Jeff Cummings, who lives here, told me. They make the carpet hard on the eye in Las Vegas casinos. I don't know if this is a secret, giving away inside secrets. They make it hard to look at on the eye, so you have to keep your head up. So you're always looking at slot machines and payouts and stuff. Have you ever heard that one?
No, because every time I've walked through a casino floor, like when I was younger, I would like try and step in certain spots, like looking at the floor.
In spurting spots?
Certain spots.
Well, yeah, you were a kid then, but you weren't 18. You can be. Oh, you have to be 21 to gamble. Sorry. 21.
Close enough.
I went to Atlantic City when I was 19 and I gambled. I looked 12 and I got in no problem whatsoever in Atlantic City. But I don't know. They make the carpet like these weird patterns, so you're always looking up at the machines. I don't know if this is true, but anyway,
It is.
that is true. All right, there you go. So
counterintuitive.
time means nothing to me. The clocks went back. I still don't know what time it is. Anyway, couple tweets coming at you. I did a tweet from the sportsbook into the studio. Go look at that at Frank Nicotero, at Jeff Parles. I always tag Jeff. Jeff's going to be back in 2 hours at 3 p.m. with Vinny,
Alex,
and the Bear. Alex and the Bear. That was my favorite show as a kid. It's about a truck driver with a monkey. And you remember that. that was BJ and the Bear. Yeah. BJ and the Bear. Okay, Greg Evigan, I believe. Anyway, we'll look this up. Appreciate you guys subscribing. The numbers keep going up. Keep watching both shows. We love having you on the live comments, so keep those coming too. Ryan, any parting words? Anything about peanut butters and bananas or anything?
Just wanted to say a special happy late birthday to our Wonder Woman's late father, Joseph Casimir. Yes.
Yes, happy birthday to Joseph. Yeah, happy birthday, Joseph. Thank you. And Joseph Pratt, I wore this coat today. I didn't have my B94 shirt.
He did have a live comment saying that you look good today.
Well, thank you, Joseph. He always
I agree.
He comments on my jackets. He's a good guy. We're friends on Facebook. All right, thanks for watching the show. Come back. Go eat lunch for a couple hours. Maybe go have some peas and ketchup. Come back, watch Sports by the Book live, because every show is Lines live in Nevada, every show. Billy